Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, my name's Jeanette and I love to plan. And one of these days I'm going to have a catchy little phrase in the beginning, like some of the other content creators. But for now, this is me. So I want to talk a little bit about my planner journey up to this point. So in a way, this is kind of a little bit of a planner flip through. Not exactly, but I just want to show you what my progression is to this point. So the end of about a year ago, I was kind of wandering around Michael's and knew that I wanted to find a planner that I really liked and that I would stick with. And I wasn't exactly sure what I was looking for, to be totally honest. And I found this little gem in the clearance section. I can't tell you who makes it. I don't know who makes it. But anyway, what struck me, of course, was the cover because it is purple and that is my signature color. So anything that's purple or any shade thereof, I'm attracted to. So I saw this and I thought, this might be interesting. So I started flipping, and it was, it's part bullet journal and part printed stuff. So I thought, this might be fun to do. So I started reading up about bullet journaling and what that's all about. And so I really started getting into the whole thing. So I made a little key. Even started a content. If you read anything about bullet journaling, the people that do it with these blank things, they make little indexes so that if they want to find something, they just look in their index and flip to that page. So I started doing all that. Now half of this is stuff that was already pre-printed. It was plain, and so I had some fun, coloring in the flowers and writing out goals and that sort of thing. Did a quote down here. That was fun. And then they had a printed monthly here that I just kind of did myself. And then there were, I did my own weekly pages here. So that, there was a pre-printed to do here. And then I did another weekly. They had this tracker thing. You could pretty much make it however you wanted. I decided to do moods. And so I would color in what mood I was. Like, for instance, on January 3rd, I was happy. On the 5th, I was normal. I was energetic on the 10th. I was grumpy on the 15th and the 19th. And I was nervous on the 11th and 22nd. I'm wondering what was going on then to make me nervous. Have no idea. Anyway, so that was kind of cool to do. This was pre-printed, and I did my own colors and such. Another week. And then this habit tracker. I could choose whatever habit I wanted to track, and then I could color in if I succeeded. Like, there were some days I only halfway hydrated. Some days I did the whole thing. Some days I were active. I track my protein goals every day because I've had bariatric surgery, and so it's important for me to get a minimum of 60 grams a day, meds and vitamins. And then this is either singing or playing the piano or listening to music, kind of like a self-care sort of thing. So that was fun to do. So that was January. Even had a page where I made a gratitude. Put down gratitude each day and colored it in. I had a lot of fun with, being creative with this. This was all pre-printed, very plain, and then I was able to do my own things. Some of the things I was excited about. I'd been, my 3-year surgery anniversary, President Biden was elected. Friends, I had a birthday, that sort of thing. These were all highlights of that month. And then did a highlight page for the highlights of February, and things kind of went on. So month after month, I was able to do this, and I kept with it. I stuck pretty well with it. Did appreciation here, try to keep with a theme. February, of course, Valentine's Day, so I stuck with that. I did not do very well tracking anything in February. I did do a whole page of affirmations, which was great. I'm a strong believer in doing positive affirmations. Words that start with I am are very powerful, so I enjoy doing that. And then starts over, March, did the same kind of thing. Uh, Started tracking appreciation, and I kind of lost my way a little bit. In fact, it looks like March I just kind of fizzled out. I was able to do some power words, though. This is also something important to me. Words like abundance, balance, trust, energy, appreciation, comfort, fearlessness, freedom, faith. All of these things were important. So I enjoyed this planner for the creative part of it. It did help me keep track of stuff. I'm taking college classes, so it helped me to make sure I listed my homework assignments and that kind of thing. And it also helped me with my volunteer organization that I was working with. So it helped me keep track of that stuff. Another to-do list, and then things just kind of fizzled out from there. I didn't really go into it anymore. I started to. Looks like I predated some stuff, but didn't really do anything after that. So like I said, half of this was already printed up. Now the other part of this is just regular dot grid pages. So I was able to do things like I had a weigh-in page where I was watching my weight, watching it go up and up and up. Anyway, that's a whole different story that I'll get into one day. But I kind of creatively tracked it for a little bit, and then I kind of fell off that. And then I made a goals page, goals for different areas of my life, a way that I can be creative and practical at the same time. Started a books that I read in 2021. Started out pretty strong listing these things and fell off the wagon. Okay. Then I made a page for memorable quotes, which I thought was pretty fun to do. It was a good way to be creative and also to remember some things I wanted to remember. That was pretty neat. Did a whole spread on the 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I read that book and wrote down summary of all of the 10 points that's in his book. This was good. This was a double reinforcement. Reading the book and also writing this down kind of helped reinforce the lessons that were here. So excellent book if you want to read something to uplift you and give you some joy. It's a good book to read. 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Then I made a list of songs I wanted to learn on the piano. Some of these I actually did, learn to play, and I haven't played in a while. But that is where I fell off. So the rest of these are blank. So I basically lasted until about April or so, filling this out. So that was the first part of the year. Then I started looking online and seeing what other planners were out there, and the next thing that I was attracted to was the Legend Planner. Of course, I had to get a purple cover because that's how I roll. But I kind of like this in a way. The size was good and portable. I like the fact that it's a faux leather cover, or vegan leather as they like to say, which it's kind of a misnomer. It just means that there's nothing animal in it. But it was a cool cover. Was able to kind of decorate it the way I wanted. They have pages in the front like some awareness and self-discovery pages, my vision board, that kind of fun stuff I didn't ever get to. I kept saying, I'm going to get around to it and do this one of these days, and did not happen. So, I guess I started this. Wait a minute. Am I out of order? Hold on a minute. Because I got another one too. Hold on. I might be out of order. Just a second. Let me see. No, maybe not. Maybe not. No, maybe I would. I don't know. Anyway, so I must have done these like at the same time or something. I must have started this and I couldn't get into it. I think, for one thing, for me, it was too small. I could not really successfully write in it the way I wanted to. It was just too difficult. Yeah, it was just too much. I see a lot of benefit for some folks in this. I wonder if I had gotten this in the other size if I had made a difference, but I'm not sure. That's neither here nor there now. But this is a good planner for people that like to have somewhere to hash out stuff like goals and reflections. What are the 3 most important lessons I learned last month? What life areas were lacking? That sort of thing. Kind of a part guided journal and part planner. And then some dot grid to do your own thing. So this would have been good. I kind of wish I had the fortitude to stick with it. Oh, the other thing that made me mad about this, that a reason that I didn't like it, is it separated the weeklies from the monthlies. And I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. All of the monthly stuff was up at the front, and then they started doing the weekly stuff. So I started doing this in May, it looks like. Okay. Yeah. So there just wasn't enough room to do what I wanted to do. Yeah, so I got frustrated and kind of ditched it, which, kind of sad about that, but it just did not work for me. So another planner down the drain. Then I thought, well, maybe I just needed a better layout. So then I got this planner. This is a smart planner. Didn't have any purple, any covers in purple, which I thought was kind of strange because every other planner seemed to come in that color. So I got the blue one. Started doing kind of the same sort of thing again. I always had a sticker thing, and then I started watching Elena, the Organized Money, and I loved the fact that she had morning routines and evening routines, and became kind of a student of hers from the get-go when I started watching planner videos. So this had the future calendar from 2020 to 2023. And this, again, had all the monthlies in the front, which made me crazy. It made me crazy. I had to flip between, if I wanted to look at my June monthly and then my June weeklies, I had to flip back and forth. It was just making me insane. I just couldn't do it. But I did notice that I did a lot more stickers on these. Kind of did some pre-planning here with the stickers and stuff. But one good thing about this layout, it was hourly, but again, the size was just too small for me to really write in. Now, it had some good things, like the top box was for you could put a little piece of gratitude in every day. You could write down your top 3 priorities here. That was good. And then this was hourly from like 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. So that would have kind of worked for me. I started blocking my time where my work stuff was in this color and my time off was in this color. I made lists about what I needed to do. So I started getting into stickers and having fun and realizing I could be productive and have a good time doing it at the same time. And I feel like that I just needed more room to do it in. I it just did not feel like I had enough room for everything. So I did this through June and July. I did it pretty heavy. We take our vacation usually in July, so I was kind of doing that. Um, um, Kept track of some home projects we were doing. We were laying new tile and that sort of thing. We ended up hanging out in a hotel for a few days while our house is getting new tile. So that was kind of fun. And I did a little bit of pre-coloring and stuff. And as you can see, I just kind of petered out again. So, ton of unused planner. I just could not find the piece with these smaller planners. I just could not find planner piece. I guess it truly is a thing. Then is when I started my Happy Planner addiction. Now, I started out with just a couple of layouts, and then I realized that the more videos I watched of people, the more that I saw that a lot of them use several different planners for several different things. And I realized for myself that I did need more than just one planner to do my whole entire life, because I've got a lot of things going on. My work life, my volunteer work, my going back to school, my schoolwork, budgeting, faith planner, so many different things that I want to do. And I realized that one little planner like this was not going to be able to hold everything I wanted. So this bound planning, Happy Planner in particular, seemed to fit that bill for me. So I started doing that more like August or so. That's when it was around the summer releases, or towards the end of the summer when they started discounting the summer releases, that I bought a few different layouts and started playing with things, started watching lots of videos. And I not only watch, content creators that, are mainly Happy Planner, but I started watching all kinds of other planners as well, because there's a lot of their principles that I can pull over into my own work. So anyway, so this is where I'm at now. My Franken-planned Happy Planner, that I have my to-do list in the front. I won't do a big old flip through because I've already done this, but I had the monthly layout that came with these daily task pages, so I used that. I put my I just love this spread. I had so much fun doing this spread, but I digress. I changed layouts a million times for different things. And one thing I've discovered is that it's okay to keep adjusting your your planner to your needs. That your planner should work for you, not the other way around. So I finally, as of now, the setup is dashboard planner for catch-all stuff, vertical for my I originally had called it a professional development section because it had my work, my volunteer, which is in my professional organization, and my schoolwork. But next semester it's going to be solely for school because I'm stepping back on my duties with my volunteers because I'm taking more classes. So that this section is really going to be mostly my coursework. And then, oh, I had so much fun making the spread too. And then the next section is wellness. Now, it used to be I had the teacher spread, and I did that as my catch-all, and I had different things. But again, the catch-all, there just wasn't enough room to write everything I needed to write. So now I'm using the teacher layout solely for my wellness. And I'll do a more detailed flip through on this particular layout, but this so far is working really well because I track my vitals. I have trackers for water, meds, and vitamins. I write down my food. I write down how many steps, and if I take like a distance walk, I can put that down. I put down if I do a particular workout. And then for spiritual things, I put down how much I read and how much I write in here. This so far has worked out really well for the health and wellness part of my planner. And then finally, I've got an inspirational part where I use a horizontal happy planner to do some inspirational quotes, write out prayers, that sort of thing. Thanksgiving was kind of a wash because it was busy. So I've started back to doing this. So this is my current planner setup. That is always subject to change, and that's probably the main reason why a disc-bound system works for me, is because if I want to change something, rearrange something, things can come out super easy and they can go back in super easy. That's one of the main reasons why I'm so attracted to disc-bound planners. Will I always stick with this particular size? Maybe, maybe not. This is working for me right now. It pretty much can hold whatever I need. But as I go along in life, if things change, I can always change it. And that's the other good thing about disc-bound planning system. If I need to make a change, I can change it. And another thing I've learned about planning in general, there's no rules. Everybody makes up their own rules. They do what's best for them. That's just the way it is. And the most important thing is that I'm doing my planner for me the way I want to do it. And if I don't like something, I can change it. It's just like anything else in my life. Anything I don't like in my life, I'm going to change. If I wake up with a crappy attitude, I can change it. It takes work. If I don't like, the way my body feels, then I can change it. I can do things to get that direction. And this planning system gives me that flexibility. So I'm really thankful that I found something like disc-bound planning to help with this. I've always been kind of a stationary nerd, but the older I get, the more practical and more functional I get. And so the good thing about Happy Planner is it lets me mold those two things into one. I can still be functional, and I can still have fun with stickers. So this is a great hobby. I am really glad. I've always, like I said, always been a stationary nerd, but I'm really glad that I'm back into finding something like this that works for me. So, and that's it for today. If you enjoyed what you heard, and I apologize for my rambling, but I kind of go that way sometimes. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I'd love to see comments from you. And until next time, have a good life. Thanks.